Hello, in today's daily Leetcode challenge, the question is snack and ladders. So here we are given with n into n integer matrix board, and where the cell are labeled from 1 to n square in both to fit and style. The game which we have played in our childhood, that is snack and ladders, is represented in the board here, where the left bottom cell is 1 and the last of the upper left or right cell is the n square, labeled as n square. So if a board cell is not any ladder or snake, it is represented at -1. Or if it is a snake or ladder, it is having a value of the cell which is it leading to, right? So as we can see that here the two cell will contain the value 15 because there is a edge between cell 2 and 15, right? And this 70 will have a value of 13, right? And what we have to do is we have to return the least number of moves required to reach the n squareth uh, n squareth cell, right? So as we are as we are required to return the minimum number of moves, I think this question is going in the direction of BFS, where we will store the number of um, like the cell at which we can go further from our current cell. So first possibility is from the dice, where we can go from 1 to 6, right? And whether we have any um, a ladder or snack in between, we can also push that cell into our BFS, right? So whenever we reach at 36, and 36 in this example or n square in general, so we will print that level because that ensures that minimum number of moves is that the level of the queue which is at that point, right? So the main question in this the main problem in this question is to represent the row and cell values by this one or two. So for this I have like I have drawn some cells representation where we can derive the formula to calculate the row and cell values from the cell numbers here, which is 1 to 36 in this case, right? So let's jump into that. So as a simple matrix which is numbered from 0th index, like for this the size of the matrix is 6 into 6, right? Or it is number from 0 to 35. So in this example the row number can be represented as index any value idx by n, and the column value is idx modulo n. Suppose in the same example, if we take a transpose of this matrix, right? So that all of the rows will first row will become the last row. So for that what we can see is that that row formula directly converted into this idx by n, and that is like we have to we have it has been it has been transposed, therefore it will become n minus idx by n minus 1, and the column value will remains as same. But in the snake ladder game what we can see that that rows are also getting reversed, transposed. Other than the rows, columns are also getting transposed, right? So the only formula for index modulo n will not work here because they are also changing direction, columns are also changing direction, right? So if we look into the example where the number of number of rows and columns could go up to 5, that is odd number, and 6, that is even number. So as we can see that for the odd number, all the odd valued rows have the reverse column, and all the even values column, all the even values rows in the even valued board, even numbered board, is in reverse manner, right? So as we can see that the parity of the size of the cell and the parity of the row have the reverse value, right? So we can write this formula column equal to n minus index of modulo n minus 1 whenever we find any cell or any column value which is whose row and n of the same parity, right? If we have any row which is odd and the number of size of the board is odd, we can see that we can say that the odd numbered row will be odd numbered columns, rows will be reverse columned, right? So this is the formula for finding the row and column from the indices and the cell numbers. in this question, and rest everything will be as same as the BFS which we have applied earlier. So let's start and code this question in C++. To push one into my queue, so let's do that. Let's try to run it. So all the test cases are passing. Let's try to submit this question in C++. Not accepted in C++. Let's try to submit this in Java. So all the test cases are passing in Java. Let's try to submit this question in Java. So this is the solution for today's daily lead code challenge snack and ladder, and I apologize for the background noise of construction. Thank you for watching.